All right, we're ready to start the number 3 isometric drawing. So remember, we always start by measuring our orthographic drawing and getting our measurements. So the overall width of this is 2 inches. So the overall width is 8. And this section right here is a 1/2 inch, so this is 2. And this over here is the same, so this is 2, which means that this section in the middle must be 4. Plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 equals 8. Also, this section in the middle is 3 tall, so it's 3/4 of an inch tall, so this is 3. And from here to here, that is 1 1/4, which means that's 5. It's 5 also over here, 5 here, 5 here. This distance here, from here to here, that looks like 1 inch, so we'll mark that as 4. This height here is 3, which we get from there. And then the distance from this point to this point is 1 1/2, which would be 6. So we have all the information we need. Now we can bring some of this up here. This is 2, this is 2. The total distance up here is 8. Total distance here is 6. And this distance here is 4. And okay, I think that's all the information we need to continue. So this point right here is this point, and this point. Now the way I see this object, it reminds me of something like a sandwich or an Oreo cookie. There's 2 pieces on each side that are the same size. You can see this right here. This is like the chocolate cookie part. And then there's a piece in the middle that is smaller. This piece in the middle, I see that like the cream filling in an Oreo cookie. So what I want to do is I want to start, instead of drawing a whole side, like we started with in our other 2 drawings for the front, for number 1 and 2, I want to actually draw one of these cookies, which actually represents the right side view. So I'm going to draw that object right here. But instead of just drawing the face, I want to draw the whole 3D object. So we start out with a height of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets me to there. Okay, it's 6 deep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets me to there. If I go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, that puts me there, and I can see that I have this rectangle represented right here. Okay, and I can also see that this is too wide, so I can go over 1, 2, and I can do the same thing here, 1, 2, and I can do the same thing here, 1, 2, and these points all make up that part of the cookie. So now I just want to connect the dots. And all I did was I did the same steps, only I combined a couple of them to come up with all of one part of the object. Now you can pause this and go back and see how I did it. But what I want to do is I just want to make this one piece all in one step. Okay, so I've got that one piece. So now, what I'd also like to do is I would like to make the other one that's just like this over here. Okay, so it's the same size, but it's 4 squares away. So if I start here and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the first corner. This corner that we started with, that's where the second part of the cookie is. And if I go over 1, 2, that's like this point. I counted over 2, count over 2. Now I want to go up 5 for each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's there. I come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see that that's 2 away. So it's working. Next, I want to go back 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there, and back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And you can see those are 2 squares away. Now, this bottom corner, I'm not too concerned about that because it's eventually going to be hidden behind this object. Now, there is going to be the cream filling in here, so I'm not sure where it goes yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken in what I do know. I do know that I will see the tops of these objects. And connect these two. Okay, so there's the other cookie. There is going to be a line that goes in this direction, but I'm not sure where it stops. So I'm not going to draw that in very dark yet. So I have the 2 cookies. They're 4 squares away from each other. They're just right. So now what we need to do is we need to put this thing in. Okay. Now I know where this point is. It's right here. And I know that the cream filling starts back 2 squares back from this front edge. Okay, 2 squares back. So if I go back 2 squares, well, that's this point right here. So this point, these 2 squares is this line right here, and that means that this can't go past that point. The same thing is true up here. This comes down 2 squares. This comes down 2 squares to a point right here. So anything past that line won't be there. Now this goes up 3, up 1, 2, 3 to there, and it goes back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll see that, yeah, there it is. That does make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in these 2 lines. Okay, so now what I have the inside or the outside edge of the cream filling. Now all I need to do is I need to bring the lines forward until they hide behind this cookie. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this line coming forward, this line coming forward, and the same thing for this. And the rest of it is just behind this. If we drew hidden lines on these, we would see hidden lines for that center section. All right, that is the finished number 3 isometric drawing.